Leo and his brothers were in the Netherlands for some odd reason. Something about training in cold weather and being away from the city, as their father said. They were shocked to see a place full of dragons on their arrival there within the 3 days they stayed. What was even more miraculous was meeting a young woman named Your Name. She was a rider of these dragons, and wasn't the only one there. There was more. Leo and the others had grown to be pretty fast friends with them since they are turtles and dragons, and they're both reptiles. Since then, the turtles trained and would visit them at times, and thus Leo had grown closer with Your Names as the weeks passed on. But he started to notice that he didn't like any of his other brothers near her, and it started to worry him at first. But then he started to feel more and more, and then pure obsession came in. It was time for them to go home, so they decided to have a little party with the other dragon riders. It was fun, Leonardo. I hope you have a safe trip, Your Name smiled as their hair flowed in the wind. Yeah, it was. Rav came and patted Your Name on the head with a big grin. Better take care, Dragon Girl. Wouldn't want you to fall off. She pushed his hand off of her head as she pouted, and he laughed. Leo's blood boiled at this, and he glared at his brother. What's that dumb look for, bro? He raised an eyebrow. Leo shook his head and smiled. Nothing, Raffy. He laughed, and Raph shook his head. He got into the car so they could leave. I don't want to go, Your Name, he said. I don't want you to go either, but your home is in New York, not here. She gave him a kiss on the cheek. As he blushed, she giggled. Goodbye. He woke up later that night. He was sweating and sat up in bed. Leo felt something in himself. He moved along the lair and saw Raph punching the air about. He felt all that anger from earlier and kicked his brother down. What the hell, Leo? Leo drove a sword into his shoulder as he screamed. You touched her. You can't do that. She's mine. And then he dove it back down, but this time killing Raph. Brother, Raph wheezed out as he stopped. Leo's eyes widened and looked around and began giggling, laughing loudly next as he saw what he had just done. Mikey came in and saw and screamed. Mikey, little man, you didn't see that, did you? Mikey shook his head. No, bro, I don't know what's wrong. Please, we're family. He backed away as Leo was slowly approaching him, sword raised up again. Mikey, without a weapon, hit his shell against the back of the wall and gasped. Leo, please don't, he cried as Leo took out his little brother. Sorry, Mikey. He moved on. Donnie had no chances as he was asleep as Leo killed him next. Later on that night, Your Name, was feeding the dragons and smelled blood next to her. Shh. Leo covered her mouth. Leo, what is that? He grabbed her around the waist and as he came closer. I had to do it, Your Name. To be with you. My brothers wouldn't have understood. I need you. He laughed, and Your Name knew what he had done. She stepped on his foot and kicked him hard away as her dragon stood in front of her. Your Name, why? I'm sorry, Leo, but no, I will end this and give you peace, she said as tears ran down her face. His head in her lap, she cried as Leo stopped breathing, a smile on his face. Why must of this have happened? I'm so sorry. Your Name could be heard crying for 3 brothers he had killed that night and the one lying in her lap. She loved him, but this was never meant to be.